A comparison of the 1920s and 1980s in the Philippine history. Throughout the Philippine history, certain decades have served as a crucial turning points in the nation's political, economic, and social landscape. Among these, the 1920s and 1980s stand out as periods of significant transformation, albeit in different contexts. The 1920s marked the height of American colonial rule, a time of economic growth and increasing nationalist movement advocating for independence. On the other hand, the 1980s were defined by political turmoil. The decline of Ferdinand Marcos' authoritarian rule and the return of democracy through the People Power Revolution. Despite their differences, both decades shaped the Philippines in profound ways, influencing its governance, economy, and cultural identity. In terms of political landscape, the political climate of the 1920s was largely influenced by American colonial. During this time, Filipino leaders like Manuel L. Quezon and Sergio Osmeña pushed for independence through the diplomatic means. The Philippine legislature worked towards self-governance, culminating in negotiations for the Hair Hose Cutting Act on 1933 and later the Tidings-MacDuffel Act on 1934, which set the stage for Philippine independence. However, despite these efforts, Filipinos remained under American control, and true sovereignty was still out of reach. In contrast, the 1980s were dominated by the waning years of the Ferdinand Marcos dictatorship, which had been strengthened by the declaration of martial law in 1972. The regime was marked by human rights violations, media censorship, and economic mismanagement. The assassination of Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr. in 1983 sparked massive protests, leading to widespread political unrest. This culminated in the EDSA People Power Revolution of 1986, where millions of Filipinos took the streets to demand Marcos' resignation. The peaceful uprising forced Marcos into exile and restored democracy under Corazon Aquino, marking a pivotal moment in the country's political history. In terms of economic conditions, economically, the 1920s were a period of relative prosperity. The Philippine economy was heavily reliant on agriculture and trade with the United States, with products like sugar, coconut, and hemp dominating exports. Infrastructure improvements such as roads and ports facilitated commerce, and Filipino elites in business and agriculture gained economic influence. Despite the colonial economic system befitting mostly the upper class, the economy was stable, and industries were expanding. In stark contrast, the 1980s were a decade of economic decline. Marcos' policies led to a crippling debt crisis, worsened by corruption and crony capitalism. Unemployment and inflation soared, causing widespread poverty. By mid-1980s, the economy was recession, and international financial institutions withdrew support due to the instability of the Marcos regime. After the People Power Revolution, Corazon Aquino's administration focused on economy recovery, though it faced numerous challenges, including coup attempts and the need for debt restructuring. And then last, in terms of society and culture, the 1920s saw an increase in American cultural influence in the Philippines. Hollywood films, jazz music, and Western fashion became popular among urban Filipinos. The education system was Americanized, promoting English as the primary language of instruction. And at the same time, a sense of Filipino nationalism grew, reflected in literature, newspapers, and political discourse. Movements like the Sakdalista movement, which demanded immediate independence, emerged as a response to colonial rule. Meanwhile, the 1980s were a time of political awareness and activism. The Catholic Church, led by figures like Jaime Cardinal Sin, played a major role in mobilizing Filipinos against the dictatorship. The decade also saw the rise of Filipino pop culture, with the growth of original Filipino music or OPM, Pinoy rock, and telenovelas. While Western influences remained, there was a renewed emphasis on Filipino identity and resistance, particularly through art, music, and film.